Hey gang, it's Chris from Ecoustics here at AXPONA 2026, and we're stopping by the HiFi Rose booth where we're going to see a lot of their new products, and we're here with June from HiFi Rose, who's going to tell us all about what they've got to offer. So June, take it away.
So on the top we have our RS130.
So is there no DAC built in at all?
No DAC,
Okay.
so it's a pure transport. So basically it's like our flagship whole HiFi system. On the bottom, integrated amp, DAC, and the transport.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
And then you have, this is what, a USB hub?
USB hub, yeah, RS520. So we can be external accessory for all the users have it.
You have Spotify
and yeah, Tidal, Cobus.
all the Connect options.
Yeah, all the Connect options.
Yeah, okay.
And we have our own app to control. It's called Rose Connect.
Okay.
But one great news is that we just recently released our new Connect app called Rose One.
Okay.
So it has a more feature than the one previously.
You work with Rune as well?
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah,
okay.
Rune ready.
So Rune ready.
Rune ready.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And we were seeing some of the features of this earlier. So this screen, you know, typically on a streamer you'd see, you know, maybe lyrics and album artwork, but this can do more, right?
Yeah, of course.
You can actually see the inputs, right? You
Yeah.
can see the back panel. Can you show us how that works?
If you go in here.
Cool. So that's a representation of the back panel of the unit. And if I wanted to switch inputs, I can just tap one of these, and it automatically switches the input.
Exactly.
That's very cool.
Yeah, basically, as you said, with on the one under RD160, it's like a best combi with the streamer. Mm-hmm. So you can, RD160 also support a various connection between the transport. So I2S is the one we suggest. But of course, there's a USB-B also, and it's just based on your preference. Yeah, optical is the one we recommend.
So it's a high bandwidth optical
connection.
Okay.
Yeah. So with the DAC also is of course this screen on the, we have two OLED panels attached next to each other, and it shows the signal wave also. So you can, based on the preference, you can also show your details on the front or the sound wave.
Oh well, you got the VU meters. That's always fun.
So you can show the VU meter and also the various.
Oh, cool. I love it. So now you bring us right back to the 60s and 70s.
Yeah. So we call
digital version. Yeah.
That's why. So exactly, you can also show the exact, as you can see, the amplifier is perfectly synchronized with the VU meter on the amplifier.
Oh, interesting. And that's an analog one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also on the screen on the RS130.
Yeah.
With our all-network streamer has the same, exactly same features that you can do with the touch screen. Basically, it's all the same, even though the price point can be different. But the user can experience all the same features from the screen as well. Yeah.
Cool.
So with the RD160, it comes with the AKM 4499.
Okay.
With 4191, so it's a two pairs DAC chip inside. So basically, we can probably say it's a very reference lineup from our HiFi Rose. And the one thing behind the naming, the model naming, is that if it starts with a 1, then it's more like a full size. It means like a full size model. So 130, 160, 180. So if it comes with, then it's like a full size model.
And you have the half size models or smaller size models?
We'll come later. I'll show you.
Come with me.
So in HiFi Rose, we have largely like 4 different categories. We have network transport, network streamer, so with a DAC, an amplifier, and all-in-one.
Okay.
So here on the top is called RS520. It's the only one all-in-one model from HiFi Rose. It's 520.
Okay, so this has the amplifier and
everything inside. So
in.
with the passive or active speaker, then it's good to go.
And this has the same kind of features where you can show the rear panel? And
yeah, everything. So everything. So the one thing is that we have our own Rose OS. It's a custom Android. So even though it's all different streamers support every same OS, so the user can experience exactly the same thing as you said. But of course, like the ratio is different of the screen. That's the only thing. But furthermore, everything. So inside we have like integrated music, and also if you can see here the Rose store, if you see, But the Wi-Fi is not connected.
Okay.
The Rose Store, then there you can download all the other features, software features that we supported, including Rose Tube or like, there are many integrated.
But is there any charge for any of those features? Or
No,
they're all included,
included.
Part of the system. Okay, but you can't purchase music in the store.
Right? You can purchase the music by yourself, but that's nothing to do with the...
Not in the store.
Yeah.
The store is only for features within the Rose app ecosystem. Gotcha.
Of course, we have the radio, the internet radio, and we also have the radio called Rose Radio, so you can, it's the analog and then also digital. And we have the amplifier under here.
Yep.
So here it comes with the RA280.
Okay.
So since this 2 is a little compact, it's a little smaller.
Smaller form factor.
So this one is a 250 with 2 channels, so it has more...
So it can be bridged as well.
Yeah, basically. But since it's 250 2 channels, so it can basically give more power if you have only two speakers.
Standard inputs.
Yeah, so that's why. So this is more compact, optimized. So also design-wise, as you said, like some people, I personally like it very much. That's steampunky design.
Yeah.
But for some people, who wants
they're
more,
not into stuff that looks too different.
Calm and modernized design.
Yeah, this one's a little more.
Then we of
more
course
casual,
definitely.
more modern.
So these two are our amplifier models we have, 180 and 280. One thing is that about our amplifier is it's all based on the GaN FET technology.
Okay.
So it's a still Class D amplifier.
Yes.
But we don't use the normal silicon-based
output stage.
Yeah. So we adopt GaN technology, and we're keep developing in that feature. So the whole thing behind this, underneath this technology, is that it's all about a matter of the dead time, and we could significantly decrease that dead time from the GaN. Okay. So we can still give the feeling of that you can get from the Class A, like some warm sound, and that underneath that sound is from the GaN. So we call it Class AD, Advanced D Class.
Interesting.
So we call it Class AD.
Patent that? That's a pretty cool name.
Yeah, so that's how we named it. Probably not a developer.
So it's a Class D amp with effectively a Class A output stage.
Yeah. So we believe that truly believe the potential of the Class D with the GaN, so we are keep developing. I mean, once you can hear it, you guys probably know what I'm saying. So
cool.
That's what we call Class 80, and both amplifier are featured in the Class 80. So 180. So it has it has very many features, as you can see. All the
look at the gears. That's very cool. It looks like a radio tuner.
Yeah, so the whole idea behind was like to show like the mechanism behind
a volume potentiometer.
It's a 4-channel, 200 watts.
Okay.
So in total 800, but it's a 4 channels. Okay. But that one is 250, 2 channels, so it's a 500.
And this uses that same GaN FET technology on the output stage.
Yeah.
So it's Class D, so it's efficient.
Class D, yeah.
But it's also got that warm kind of output stage.
Yeah, exactly. Nice. You're seeing now 151 here, our flagship network streamer, which is a succeeded model from RS150B.
Okay.
And the thing behind this naming 151 is the second generation. Okay. So we are continuing releasing those succeeded model from 150B, and under here we have 451.
Okay.
And let's say the biggest difference from 150B to 151 is of course the whole upgrade from inside and also the component part as well.
Okay.
So in the audio part we have a 9038 Pro DAC chip inside, and both new generation model feature our own developed technology called Rose NRA. It stands for noise reduction and analog filter. So NRA filter.
Noise reduction analog filter. Okay.
And then also whole the digital processing core has upgraded as well. So all the loading speed and everything got way faster. 8 times faster than the previous generation.
8 times faster.
8 times faster than the previous model. So I mean, 150 was already stand out very hugely in the market already. So we all know that there is a huge expectation from the market.
Sure.
So to meet that expectation, we did put all our technology and the
expertise
in this single unit. But the biggest difference is that they both feature the newest technology we have, we provide. But 451 we integrate the headphone amplifier on the front.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, 6.6 and 3.3 and an XLR.
Oh, okay. XLR for like the planar headphones. Okay. Gotcha.
So when we designed this unit, of course, it is a still network streamer. That is the bottom line.
Yeah.
But it just gives another option for a headphone user if they have.
And this has the same kind of features as this, where you can display the all the inputs and outputs and select which one you want.
Yeah. So that
just broke something.
No, that goes.
And they all have HDMI ARC.
Yeah.
ARC.
Yeah.
So can you talk about Are there any plans to go multi-channel at some point in the future? For like Dolby Atmos music, for example, for those who want to do more than 2 channels, is that something on the roadmap?
We are carefully considering that as well, for sure.
Okay, but nothing to announce at this time.
For now, not yet.
Yeah.
But,
okay.
Great stuff. Thanks for joining us today, June.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, sure. Enjoy the rest of the show, and we'll see you on the next one.